All right, as promised, today we're going to be addressing spirit mines and how best to maximize the new featured benefit of fast forwarding here. So as you see here, if I press enter mineshaft, because my mine's just reset, if I press enter mineshaft, I have two options: see your benefits, no or yes. If I click yes, brings me right back to where I was with all the benefits that I used before. So what we're going to do is we're going to reset our mines, confirm yes. And we're going to address a couple things here. First is that my airship is in attack mode, which of course you can change class here. You don't want it in in gathering mode. You want to make sure you're in hostile or assault mode, whatever you want to call it. And you want to make sure that your abilities assigned. So I don't have it assigned here. You want to make sure that you have your March of Fury assigned to your airship. And obviously what this does is it increases your march capacity when entering the mines or when attacking. And additionally, what we're going to do here is we are going to go into our estate and we're going to use a march capacity boost. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my 12-hour colossals. And the added benefit of that's going to be I'll be able to use it for Kingdom Beast tonight. Furthermore, what we're going to do, and this is optional. In this case, I have my Commander's Horn already available to use. And Commander's Horn, in addition to the estate buff capacity of 50%, what Commander's Horn is going to do, it's going to give me an additional 15%. So, we're also going to use, oh, my talents aren't set correctly. So, if you're in gathering mode, go ahead and reset to war. I just happen to have VIP 12, which expedites that process quite a bit. But this, once again, increases your attack benefits, and it increases march capacity the further you get along. So you can see here, there's a march capacity. It gives us a talent of Colossal March, which we'll use in just a minute. And it gets more march capacity. Anyhow, so we're going to use our talent, Colossal March. So now we have done 4 things to increase our march capacity. We have Commander's Horn assigned. We have our march capacity boost. We have our talent. So Wonder, Boost, Talent, and Airship. The Airship March of Fury. So now we've done everything we can to increase our march capacity. So we're going to go ahead and enter the mines, enter the mine shaft, and we're going to click no. We're going to start from the beginning. And here's where things are going to vary a little, in that I'm going to venture to guess that my approach to using stat boosts within the mines is different from yours or from other videos that you've seen. And that doesn't make mine right, doesn't make them wrong. It's just what I have found to work for me. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. We're sending 313,000 troops. Ah, see, I almost forgot. Now before I do that, now that we have entered the mines, correct? We're in. We're going to swap off our air cannon. Swap off our Commander's Horn for our air cannon. And additionally, what we're going to do, we're going to change our abilities. So in this case, I've already entered. I have entered with 313,000. Now I'm assigning Distance Devastation 3, which gives me a distance health of plus 100%. So now that way, we've already established our march capacity in the mines, correct? So now that we have established our present march capacity, you can go ahead and swap your temporary wonders if you're using them. And it's also worth noting that the Commander's Horn during events like KVK and Ultimate Alliance campaign, it comes at a reduced cost. Normally it's 2,000, but you can get it for 1,200 during those events. And While I'm on the topic, I might as well mention, though unrelated to this video, that certain temporary wonders come at a discount during different events. So during gold event, you have, say, research, uh, the research event. Well, during research event, Book of Sciences comes at a discount. It'll be probably 400 gold, I believe, but it won't be for a full day. It'll only be for 4 hours. And same with drill drums. You can get them for 600 gold during troop training event, but it won't last for a full day. It will only last for 4 hours, I believe. And throughout the week, even during non-events, certain temporary wonders come up at a discount. So this is all just stuff worth noting if you're ever wondering what, how can I save some gold here? How can I take advantage of what's available to me? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter the mines. We've established our march capacity of 313,000. If you look up here next to my avatar in the top left corner, you can see that I have 100% remaining of my 313,010 troops. All of a sudden, I'm at a stat advantage because I'm able to swap back my temporary wonders and my airship abilities, even though my march capacity has been retained. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go through this first level here. And I probably won't lose any troops. I lost 2. But what we're going to do here is we're just going to kind of evaluate, if in case if you don't closely remember what your stats are like, we're just going to evaluate what stats need to be boosted early on in order to give you the best advantage going into the mines. So I think the general rule of thumb is that your troop stats, your troop attack, troop defense, and troop health should be the last 3 boosts that you utilize, because those are global stats. You have, let's say, your infantry attack of 702%. Your troop attack is a global stat in that it impacts that 702%, so it really makes it 1,060%. Just something to take note. That's the difference between troop attack and your individual stats, is that troop stats, to my best understanding, are additive to individual types of troops. So moving on. The first floor is only 5%. It's not really worth spending any of the crystals that you've acquired here. And my approach, as you'll see, is I'm going to try to save up some crystals here in order to progress down the mines. Now I'm going to blow through this stage as well. And I'm going to blow through this stage as well. And we're going to evaluate how many crystals are remaining now. So I should have a surplus of crystals. I've got 1,400, and if I plan this correctly, I should be able to help myself off in just a minute. So the first thing that I like to boost is my distance attack, because it is slightly lower than I'd like it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a 20% boost on that. So now you can see that it has, in fact, added 20% to my distance attack. And the next thing I'm going to boost is my cavalry attack. And mind you, the approach that I take to boosting my stats here is not necessarily what is correct or what would be most beneficial for you. You need to evaluate your stats and where you would like to bring them up and give you that, again, the aforementioned advantage in the mines here. So as we proceed forward, we're on level 6, which means level 5, and I know that I want to end up on mining on level 11, which means I need to be on Spirit Mines floor 12. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to attack here. And this is my last place that I'm going to take a stat boost, because they get progressively high, your boosts become progressively more and more expensive, even though you only acquire 350 crystals per level. So this is the last boost that I'm going to purchase here before waiting those last 4 levels in order to boost my march capacity. So the last thing I have remaining here that I want to boost, I believe, is going to be cavalry attack. Sorry, cavalry health. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase cavalry health. And now we're just going to kind of scoot through these levels here. And one more. I hope I didn't mess this up. The delayed level thing always messes with me. So I know that my highest troop stat is troop health. So thus I'm going to utilize the cheapest or lowest boost on my troop health. Next is my troop attack, is my next highest. Oh bother, I didn't save enough. But that's okay. I think I took one extra boost when I shouldn't have. And now we've reached mining level 11. So you'll see up here that I don't have enough crystals to purchase troop defense, even though I wanted to. So I did not properly plan that. But that's okay. I think the spirit of the video still exists. And we're going to use, on our last level, you'll always have enough to purchase restoring your march capacity. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, and restore my march capacity. And you'll see up in the top left corner next to my avatar that once again we are at 313,010 troops, or 100%. So we're going to go in here, and we're going to look around, and I am sure that I'm going to run into some people that I'm not going to be able to beat. For example, this guy, he's got, 130. I want to run into somebody who's probable to be stronger than me. I forgot to mention, though I'm sure you know this by now, when entering the mines, utilize your battle gear. Don't be sitting in farm gear. I'm really looking for somebody who's going to be okay, 318 million. This guy's undoubtedly stronger than me. So we're going to go ahead and attack him. So my normal march is only 259,000. So I need to kind of compensate for these extra troops here. So I'll go ahead and I'll throw some extra infantry in there. I'll throw some extra distance. I'll throw some extra cavalry. And for the record, T8 does an extremely good job at killing T10 troops. So it doesn't hurt to throw some extra in there. Pretty fine with my T9s. And I'll just throw the rest on T10 distance. And we're going to see what happens here. Victory. Somebody with 318 million power I just defeated in the mines. I'm going to take a look here. So my infantry got slaughtered. Most of my cavalry got slaughtered. Though enough survived. And my distance all survived. And I just happened to beat them out. And my advantage was march capacity. Generally speaking, stat-wise, he has me beat. Not everywhere, but a lot of places he has me beat. So that's the essential gist of this video, is accomplishing this this advantage. And what's nice is that next time your mines get reset, when you go to continue exploring, all you have to do is click, well, it's not going to show up here, apologies. It'll say yes or no. Do you want to continue with the previous boost that you retained? Of course. Now, what is important to note is that if you no longer have air cannon assigned, it will not be retained on your stats the next time you enter. And that's also why I didn't use my estate attack or estate defense boosts, and that they aren't retained the next time you enter. And the same applies for your airship. Again, your March capacity will stay. All these things that we did in effort to boost our March capacity will be retained the next time. So you don't have to keep on using these talents over and over and over again. But if you swap to farm gear, let's say, well, next time you go in, you'll be attacking with farm gear. You have to be sure that you are, in fact, utilizing your attack gear. Your airship is set up properly. And that's about all I have to say. Appreciate you sitting through this with me, and I hope it was all clear. And if there are any questions, feel free to answer or ask me and I'll answer them. Thanks, guys.